Well. A Call of Duty company listening to its community's many complaints, and they actually are happy. Who would have thought? Apart from every single person who's ever played this game, ever. Now, are Call of Duty really trying to appease the community, or are they just scared of another? That we'll never know, but what we can discuss is the state of Call of Duty multiplayer at the moment. Let's start off with the new edition, the wall jumps. I'm going to slow it down so we can go through it. As we know with Treyarch CODs, they like to add a new movement each year. This is the new one. You can basically jump and bounce off of any wall on any map, including zombies as well as the mode, and then either mantle it, or you can do a double jump off of two. Do I like this edition? No. It's not that I hate it, and it's not even that I'm solely against it. It's just like they throw this at us each game cycle and just expect this to fix everything. Like, oh, skill-based matchmaking was in the beta at the start, and the TTK was bad, and the guns weren't balanced, and the maps were really simple and not very colourful. But you know, jump on wall. It's even funnier to me the fact that I didn't even line that up to say those words whilst that guy was doing that. Yet he was doing that. Like, did you see, bro? Upon reflection, I've actually got no issue with the movement. I think it's good. It creates a skill gap, which a lot of people fantasize over every single game. Oh my god, skill gap. It's not a bad addition. It's just annoying that they've decided to focus all of the time on this instead of things that actually matter. Talking about things that actually matter, the maps. A lot of people are happy with these maps. I'm not happy nor sad. I think they're all very mid. One thing I will say is they're all very just dull, very neutral colours all over. You'll rarely see anything but white, grey or black. It's just very bleak is the word I'd call it. Like, they're not terrible maps. I like the fact they've gone back towards 3-lane maps and they've not just started throwing these weird square circle maps at us again. But they're just very, just look on your screen. Like, this is the middle of the map and it's just grey and dark and boring. Obviously, having only played the beta, we are limited to the amount of maps we've got, so I do expect there will be more, and I don't expect they will all look like this, but the fact that most of them in the beta do look like this is kind of concerning, especially because if you're releasing a beta and you want people to try your game, in my head, you would choose good-looking, very well-run maps. So if this is what they think their very good-looking, very well-run maps are, then we are in for a bad year. Next up is TTK. I could have pulled billions of tweets of this, but I'm lazy. There's loads of people complaining. I don't think I've seen anyone say the TTK is fine, and because objectively it isn't. Especially at range, it's insane. You can literally melt people. They just disintegrate. You don't really get much time to react, which just completely destroys any sort of skill gap as well that they have introduced with new movement. It's just annoying because you don't need a beta to know whether your TTK is too fast. You've developed Call of Duty games for the good part of 20 years. You should know this by now. It shouldn't take community feedback for you to fix these problems. But they are fixing it, which is a plus. Again, shouldn't be an issue in the first place, but at least they're doing something, I guess. Discussing community feedback brings me on to another great point, doors. So much of the run-up of this game was them telling us no more doors, and everyone was so happy. And I understand from a non-COD perspective that this argument sounds so dumb. We're arguing about doors on a game, but it is genuinely that serious. The fact they've advertised, oh, no doors, no doors, no doors, and there's loads of doors, it's just like, why? I understand they meant manual doors, but why does it matter? Just remove doors. COD never had doors in the first place. We don't need doors. Not everything needs to be interacted with. Please remove the doors. But again, they are getting rid of them, and yeah, they're sorting the problem, but it's just another thing of like, just, you should know. How can everyone else but the people who create the game know? They obviously know. They're choosing to ignore, and that's the problem with Call of Duty at the minute. They're choosing to do whatever they like instead of what the people who play their game like. Yes, I know I'm very passionate about my doors. Also to add, I'm absolutely sick and tired and sick of these stupid fire shotguns. It's a terrible gimmick. Get rid. It's annoying. I thought it was only right to touch on the fact that Battlefield 6's beta decimated Call of Duty's beta with numbers. I'm talking overall numbers, I'm talking concurrent players, I am talking everything. Now, me personally, I'm never going to play Battlefield 6, it's just not my sort of game, too open, it's very different to Call of Duty, but in what they do hold similar is a pressure from the other game to perform, and when Battlefield's good, Call of Duty must always follow up and be good too, because the players will move, players will go over, and I'm so glad a game has finally put a bit of pressure on this lazy company that produces these lazy Call of Duty games. If only XDefiant didn't flop, we'd have it come in 3 ways. Nothing better than a three-way. I'd just like to apologise to the missus quickly before she beats me up again. That is a joke, by the way. Satire. All hilarious jokes aside, Battlefield being good this year is the best thing that could ever happen to Call of Duty. I am not going to sit here and say they're only doing things and only fixing things because of Battlefield putting pressure on, but what I'm going to say is they're only doing things and only fixing things because Battlefield's putting pressure on. We've asked for these things for years. This isn't new. These aren't new requests. This hasn't come out of nowhere, come out of complete left field. We have demanded this for years. Thank you, Battlefield. We all know Call of Duty's main focus is Warzone. It's the most profitable, it's the most monetizable, if that's even a word. They earn the most money off of Warzone. So multiplayer and zombies now get shunned, which is just sad because this is how it started. And personally, I think the whole Battle Royale thing's dying off a bit now. Like, yes, Warzone is still massive, Fortnite's probably still big, but I think it's slowly trickling down. And when it comes down to it, this is the core of your game, multiplayer and zombies. Multiplayer even more so. And they still mess it up time and time again, and they still make it so Warzone-y, and it's just really annoying. I'm not going to yammer on for too much longer anyway. I just wanted to discuss these things because I think these things need to be said, whether this will get heard by anyone or whether this will get heard by everyone. I think I'm on the community side here, and I'll speak for the most of us when I say fix core issues and game do well. That is as simple as I can put it. In a year where Battlefield is great, even EA have made a good FIFA game, which is mental. Call of Duty have gotten it wrong again. Hopefully they see the reception from the beta. Hopefully they see where they're going wrong. Hopefully they care enough to change it. And that's where I'm going to leave you. I love Call of Duty. I will always try Call of Duty every year because I have hope. And I've seen what they can do when effort is put. But it's whether the effort's put. And that's the thing that's always going to be up for debate. I appreciate you so much for watching. If you did enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. There'll be a video on screen that YouTube thinks best for you, so go and click in and have a little watch. I love you all for watching. I'm not going to yammer on. Bye bye.